Charmian! I heard you're soft on my bum. Hello. Yes. Yes, what can I do for you? Swan, is it? The overseer Sockles wishes to act as your guide. Hmm. The Asian responsible for both bears and toilet paper? Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I would be more than happy to show you around. I'm simply wondering why the observer chose to send you to me of all people. I haven't been here for long myself, truth be told. Until quite recently, I was wholly engaged in a prolonged research project at the Academia Andir. Surely there are other, more experienced individuals who can provide a more comprehensive... This grumbling is hardly constructive now, is it? The task was given to me, and I will attempt to cover the most salient features of our facility. Salient features? To the best of my abilities. After all, it is not every day that one is asked to indulge the curiosity of such a rare and fascinating visitor. We can commence the tour this very moment, if you like. Yeah, let's do it. Let us begin. You know, rather than have me lecture as you walk along, I think observing firsthand what we do here in Adnag, I'm just going to call it Adnag for short, would prove more beneficial. I will point you in the right direction, and you can question my colleagues to your heart's content. Once we've completed a circuit, we can return and speak to Overseer Sockles. Okay. Is there anywhere, like, talking spots? No. Okay. Charmian. Oh, and who's your friend? Azim's familiar. Why you appear so astute and deliberate in your thinking. I should very much like to make an extended study of your composition and consciousness. Oh, do forgive my forwardness. It is my duty to chart the behavior of familiars, and I find it ever so diverting. Arcane servants are rarely permitted to roam the world at will, you see, but our research here is given special I just need it. I've read so much. I have read so much out loud the past few days. I think my brain's dying. Hi, Shizune. Woo, let's just restart. Arcane servants are rarely permitted to roam the world at all, you see, but our research here is given special dispensation. Once the subjects are properly registered as concepts, of course. There are times when familiars are tasked with tending cattle, or must otherwise coexist with other living beings. Such projects are brought to me, and I am responsible for observing and evaluating their potential compatibilities. Oh, but of course, if Azim might grant us permission, then you could abide here for a few years while I analyze. A few years? And on that note, we really must be moving along. Step lively, Swan. Yeah, goodbye. Who do we have here? A familiar of some kind, judging by your ethereal structure. Yes, I am accompanying Zuan here on the tour of Anag at the behest of the Overseer. A tour? Feel free to wander as you please, of course. But I advise keeping your distance from the larger creatures. The fauna I have under observation occupy the top tier of the food chain, and do not take kindly to intruders in their territory, especially the specimens found on the other islands. They can be exceedingly hostile. While I'm sure you're quite capable of defending yourself, no one appreciates a surprise tusk through the abdomen. Thank you for your warning. We will proceed with due caution. Hello, Charmian. Was there something? The Overseer asked that I give this familiar a tour of the grounds, and I thought the best way to do that was to show her what we do here firsthand. I see. Well, as my work is rather difficult to demonstrate, I hope a brief explanation will suffice. Our creations are many and varied, and I mainly preside over the plant life. When it comes to watching certain grasses grow, one must be prepared to observe over the course of several years, and in the case of trees, sometimes decades. Gratzel. Tedious perhaps, yet necessary, plants are capable of altering an entire habitat, and their presence as a food source has an enormous influence on local wildlife. Was that the sort of thing you wish to know? Yes, that was perfect, thank you. Her job is to watch grass grow. Yeah. Her job is literally to watch the grass grow. I think we covered the main areas of interest. All that's left now is to speak with Overseer Sockles. Sockles, I'm coming. Oh, look, it's familiar parable. The person who I think only has a paladin and prayed for my dead body. I will never forget you, familiar parable. I see you've completed your tour. Almost. We spoke with those in charge of the various facets of Anag, but I thought it would be fitting to end this visit where it began, with you, Overseer Sockles. Sockles. I see. And what is your impression of the work that we do here? It attracts some very interesting people. Mm-hmm. I am glad we could help further your worldly education. Yeah, you watch grass. And I'm glad to see you enjoyed the experience. At least I hope you did. You are truly a masterpiece of creation. Only a soul-bearing familiar could demonstrate such robust cognitive and cognitive faculties. I don't know the difference between the two words. Cognitive. Is a relating to the part of mental functions that deals with logic as opposing to effect. Okay, so, but what's cognitive? Of pertaining to a striving action. Oh, neat. Were you perhaps designed to inspire others? I feel something special has been woven into your aura. You have an intriguing presence, to say the least. Please stay a while and share more of your thoughts with us. Yes, I second this invitation. In all the long years I have resided here, never have I encountered such a unique entity, and one of Azim's no less. No matter how much I would love to stay and chat and tell you about myself, I have to go. But thank you for the aetherite. The aether current. See ya. Alright, what is this creature that's eating the other creatures? Oh, there's a fate right next to it, too. Oh, it's the trees. It's the trees again. I was like, where's the boss? You're coming? All right. Wee. Hey. That's my chocobo. We still got 2 trees left. Oh, God. Hey. Alright, you know what? Wee, you're doing great as a tank. Oh, there's the yo. Cool. Oh, hi, Luna. How's it going? Happy Sunday. Oh, my inches. All right, back to business. Oh, shit. Well, there's been a murder. The Acciopede is no easy prey. With its hooves and horns, it's designed to be formidable even on land. Yet they didn't even stand a chance against the Icon. A fearsome beast, this Icon, but where is it now? Yeah, that's a good question. It's heavy. Hermes' pain. It's so interesting that like a character that Hermes, who is like so deeply disheartened by the idea of like his friend returning to the star and like creatures being retired and these creatures that were like killed by another creature, like that this character becomes literally someone who's like, yeah, I'm good with dying and I'm gonna take you all with me. Like, what happened? The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. The Icon is indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I should go and seek him out there. Emmett Silk and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Icoan did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you have finished. I will go ahead. Please follow us, Zuan. It wasn't Hermes, it was Amon. I mean, but he gained all of Hermes' memories back. Though I get that they were like crossed and like kind of fused in a way. Down this path and over the bridge. Because Hermes was in Fandaniel's seat when everything happened, right? So even though it was Amon on the source, he would have still gained Hermes' memories and everything when he gained his Asian memories back. Right? So it's just like, where does this all go hog wild? Yes. Oh, there it is. To the west. Amon said he didn't care about the old Fandaniel's memories. I didn't know what to really trust out of Fandaniel's mouth, to be fair. Hi, Medion. There it is. The 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros, too. He's a man with long blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Alright, come on, Medion. Let's go. Ooh, I can't wait to see this from up above and everything. I can't wait to fly in this zone. They are really good at making butterflies here. I will say that. Hello. What an enchanting familiar. I would be delighted to assist in your journey of discovery and personal growth. My role is to maintain the wonders. Thus the climate across Elpis. The 12 Wonders. It's a very suspicious number. I ensure that our every environment meets the needs of our flora and fauna and staff, of course. Environs representing each of the Aetheris. Oh. Environs representing each part of Aetheris are recreated here in Elpis, that we might gain a robust understanding of our concept's potential. As such, maintaining the appropriate balance region by region is tricky work, but more than worth the effort. I'll talk to you in a bit. What do you sell? Anything cool? Do you sell the... yeah, this stuff. Ah, the horn. Chloris. Surrounded by such wonders, one cannot help but envision new concepts. Not all of them good, mind you. Oh, okay. Deucalion. Have you seen me eat anything today? Between my observational work and my writing, I've been so busy and I can't quite recall if I did. Yo, that's a mood and a half. I think Square Enix just reminded us to eat. Doros. That's Doros. Well now, if it isn't Medion, what brings you here? That guy is who you're sundered from? This me. Wow. That's my unsundered papa. Ah. I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help with the search of Doros. Thank you. Oh, their bake your own pizza is nice. You're in charge of the Icons. Icons? I'm Icons. I believe. Where are they now? Out in the fields in restraints. Frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Kitsis. Once I've submitted my report, I will see them reverted without delay. It is as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need to concern yourself with. As you were. We've heard the news that the Ichion slaughtered Ocupides. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they are not fit to be released. I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for high problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lycaons would threaten other species and upset their natural order. Could it be that the species observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them. All exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories, that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. It's a very interesting thing to bring up. Quite impressive, and potentially dangerous, depending on the intensity of the etheric emission. Pastro may wish that you may wish to have words with you. It's all Greek to me. Haha, but rest assured. Ow. Oh, it's for forbidden. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the chief overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate subjects' memories is an intrusive act I deeply arbor, but it is still preferred to execution. Now, come now, Chief. Let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of Aether is simply being reduced to its original state. Now the distinctions concern you. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture. Making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied, even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat onto the world. Really? Well, Hermes must have literally been dying inside of Amon's body. Like, if this Hermes was preserved at all to be fused with Amon, must have been like heart-wrenching. Yet insignificance through their individual lives may be next to all creation. It is the Icheons have. It's all the Icheons have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report. We may take it from there. Hermes sure is just like literally the Scions in a nutshell. The living embodiment of Scion way of thinking. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion that Emmett Silk may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray show them to the meeting room. We have a duty to the star. This I know. But it doesn't mean we don't also have a responsibility to the lives we bring into existence here. To man, other beings are just things, to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. Wee, can you move? I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time... Medion, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes. It's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Zuan. Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Medion in your care? I'm in your debt, if you'll excuse me. I'm still very confused what's going on here and what we're supposed to be learning. Can you help me with something? I feel like everything we're supposed to learn from Medion, but... The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most, of all the creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong, better in some way, but flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions. What we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one. And I want you to search with me. Let's start here at the 12 Wonders. Alright, we're going flower picking. What about this one? Wee, can you... Vibrant purple flower, bigger than your hands, adorn the tree. Oh, so big and bright. I love them. But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. Alright. What am I going to find on the tree? A tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. Yeah, I was going to say, what are we looking at the tree for? No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. An array of beautiful flowers grown in the bed. They're mixing colors, forming a pattern. These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Oh! Any other place should be fine, though. Let's keep looking. Okay. Yeah, maybe not the poisonous ones. Oh. Hello. Set on a tall, thin stalk, the oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing in its undulations. These cutscenes are so beautiful. Oh, God. Oh. A canyon. A flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shoots seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Zuan, at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon. Yeah, it's a demon flower. There's a griffin over here. I want to know what this creature is that, like, murdered all the other ones. Do we not get to know? You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers. Nothing around here. Over there, something big, huge. Maybe a terrible stench reminiscent of sodden old boots pervades the air. Without doubt, the culprit is the Morble-like creature before you. It's an Adonis. That's what you call it? Adonis? The things around its mouth look like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. Oh, when Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. Ugh. Yeah, he probably like got skunk breathed. What do you think, Swan? Would you like it? You want to take this? That doesn't sound like a really good memory. So not this one either. Finding a good flower is harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Zuan, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there. I'll pick something after that, I promise. I should also be looking for an aether current. Oh! Aether current over here? Oh, wait. I just realized I'm discombobulated. North is this way. There it is. The whale! Is that a hunt? Or is that an unnamed mob? Oh, it's moving. Oh no, it's a hunt. Shockmaw. Neat. Hi, Sparkles. Happy Sunday. Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins. Oh, there's nothing. The shiny thing over there. What could it be? Oh. We found more Elpis. Oh, Elpis flowers. They're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're entelecchies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright. That is strange. Truly? The flower was dark in your home. Then do you have it too? A dark emotion. You don't have to say it. I can feel it's something you want to hide. But won't you lend it to me? The darkness inside you? I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone. That others are sad too. Truly, you'll do it. Ugh, Thank you, Swan. Thank you. It means more to me than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. Hi, Fluff. Happy Sunday. So we're gonna... Oh, there's a fate. Hi, Tatiana. Yeah, Medion's definitely warmed up to me. Before I was a little like, whoa. I'm gonna need you to calm down for a second. But no, they've warmed up to me. Or I've warmed up to them, I guess. Oh, there's a Dark Knight here. Cool. I decided not to touch the robes during the MSQ. I'll probably dye them later, though. Once I actually decide to throw them on the glam. But for now, I kind of wanted to wear them as they gave them to me. I did the same thing with the jacket that Kryl... Or not Kryl, that Tatsuru gives you for Garlean. I left it undyed as well. Oh, another fate. Ah, but we missed this one. Dang. This one was XP increased too. Dang. I wonder if they found the whale. Oh no, the whale's right there. Oh, it spawned a boss fate. Okay, I'll do that. Ah! Wait, hold on. Ah! Man-made ogre. Oh. Well, I guess I'm not doing this on my sage because I'm already in combat, but... Oh yeah, I have my gap closer now. How are you liking Summoner as you leveled? Oh, it's so much like... having the Elemental Mastery made such a difference. Like... This class is dope. Oh, it's a Gale Cat. Or an... A Loris. You? Hello. My, what a familiar essence you have. Like that of a familiar, if you're familiar with the concept. Is this your familiar? This Gale Cat's huge. Oh, just my little joke. Zuan, was it? I'm Hippothoe? Thoe? I don't know how to read Greek names either. Hippothoe. I think. I think the E is pronounced, right? Hippothoe? Yes, yes. We're getting to that. Zuan, say hello to our familiar friend. She's an Aloris. The Alori are one of our newest creations, highly attuned to abnormalities in their environment. At the first sign of danger, they'll sound the alarm, by which I mean mewl loudly. Though we do our best to observe all of our creations, Elpis is simply too large to maintain constant vigil over each and every temperamental species. A more efficient means of detecting conflict between creatures was in order. Though I have taken this Iloris under my wing to further develop her capabilities in this area, and she does enjoy our little walks. This evening, we are testing her ability to pinpoint sites of conflict. Would you like to observe? Simply tell her that her task is begun, and she'll do her utmost to locate disruptive creatures. Please do subdue any unruly subjects once you found them. We can't have beasts running amok. Hello. Mew mew. Okay, I will follow. Lead the way. Oh, okay, you're fast. I eat some eggs while I come along. Okay. Yeah, I tried. That's a griffin. I'm gonna go a little over here. I still pissed it off. God damn it. The Aeloris alerts you to the two nearby creatures that are facing one another down and looks at you expectantly. Hi, Io. Bye, Io. There's a showdown about to happen. And now they're looking at me. The blue griffin mount so bad. The blue griffin does look cool. It's pretty. Oh, ran right through you. Oh, okay. I think we did it. Let me turn this in first. Hold on. She seems quite content. But in the names of science, what are the results? As expected. Well done, little one. Magnificent creatures, the both of you. It's a shame we cannot give you a pair of tiny wings and a bell too. But it's against protocol, I'm afraid. Yeah. The Elori are enchanted with theirs at birth, so they're unable to acclimate properly. I'm certain you have your own unique potential to rise to, however. In fact, why not join us for another phase of testing? Some of these Aether quests, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to continue these for my side quests. It seems they're still talking. Let us wait until they're finished. Hi, Banis. Oh, before we continue this cutscene. That's not what I was looking for. That is not what I was looking for. Da, 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 da. Um, oh, hold on. Okay, cool. We'll continue. I'm interested to see what's going to happen here.
結論は出した。メイティオンを見ていてくれてありがとう。エメトセレクとヒトロダイエスには中にある客室でそのまま休んでもらうことになった。君にも部屋を用意させてもらう。案内しよう。
待って、案内、私たちが先。
エルピスの花？
お願い。
Okay. I hope this was a good idea. I don't even know why I agreed to it.
暗い気持ち、寂しい色、ヘルメスだけじゃない。だからダメ、違う。
そうか。君はメイティオンの頼みを聞いてくれたのか。
Oh, what pretty eyes. Oh, man.
話をさせてもらえないだろうか。
Yeah, we can chat. That's fine. When did we get these eye options? He's so moody looking. It's just my type.
自分は人に定められた生き方を、星のために生きるということを悪いとは思っていない。だがここで働いているとどうしようもない違和感に襲われることがある。
Hi, Cassio. I'm assuming it's tied to, like, the color of their soul as they've described it.
死とはやり遂げた者が選ぶ選択であり、最後の瞬間はいつも美しいものだと。だがそれはあくまで人の話だ。作られた生物が星の益にならないと判断された場合、彼らは問題
Look at the little hedgehog family.
死を与えられる。 生まれたばかりで何も成し遂げていなかったとしてもだ。処分の際は苦しませないようにしているが、死を与えられることを察した生物たちは怯え憤る。その終わりは美しいものなんかじゃない。だがそんな事実を誰も気にしていないんだ。星を良くするという目的は当然すぎるほどに当然で、誰しも疑うことなくそれを信じ行っている。
Hi Lala, happy Sunday.
自分の前には死にゆく生物たちの瞳には悲しみも絶望も理不尽への怒りも確かにあるのに、この世界はそ知らぬ顔で幸せそうに笑い続けるんだ。エルピスの花はいつだって無垢な白と明るい喜びの色に輝いている。そのことへの違和感が、何か暗いものが日に日に胸の内で膨れ上がっているんだ。周りにおかしいと叫んでやりたくなる一方で、おかしいのはこんなことを思う自分じゃないかと恐ろしくなってくる。
Hi Toby, happy Sunday.
だがこの世界で悲しみを知るのは、エルピスの花をこんな色に染めるのは自分だけじゃなかった。花の傍らで何を思ったのかは聞かない。もしかしたらメーティオンにせがまれて仕方なくやってくれたことかもしれない。
This music will do me in every time. Yeah, the music hits you right in the
それでも
feels.
ありがとう。こうして確かに悲しみがあり、怒りがあり、苦しみがある。その事実を知っていてくれることがこんなにも優しい。
Oh, I could tell you all about suffering.
そうだな。自分も君のように強くなりたいものだ。君は天に輝く星の正体を知っているか？ここからじゃちっともそうは見えないが、あの一つ一つがアーテリスと同じ、あるいはさらに大きな大地でできている。これだけの数だ。自分たちは星のために生きているが、別の価値観を持つ生命もいるだろう。 自分は彼らに問いかけたい。彼らがなぜ生きるのかを、命の意味を。だからデュナミスで天を飛ぶ鳥、メーティオンを作ったんだ。
You what? Medion and her sisters? There's more? Wait, what? I really, like, I think, like, I wonder if, like, Hermes just wants to be away from these people and go, like, colonize somewhere else.
実のところ、メーティオンというのはここにいる一人だけじゃない。彼女には大勢の姉妹たちがいて、すでに宇宙へ飛び立っている。意志を持つ生命を探して星から星へと飛んでいるんだ。
There's many of them? Wait. What? Hi, Kaz. Hi, King.
宇宙の探索は予想外の出来事の連続で、思ったような成果が上げられていない。
So I'm wondering what do these creatures still exist after the sundering? Even then, wasn't I feel like the sundering was only like an ethereal sundering. Since they have so little aether, would they have been sundered too? Do they still exist? What? Hold on.
だがそろそろ次こそは何かしらの結果が報告されそうなんだ。
What are you going to discover? I feel like there's... I need answers.
もし君がここに滞在している間に報告が届いたなら、この夜のお礼にきっと共有させてくれ。さて、これ以上夜が深くなる前に帰るとしよう。明日揃って寝ぼけた顔をしていてはエメとセルクたちに申し訳が立たない。メーティオン、そろそろ戻ろう。
What was that? What was that? I'll just look off into the distance like that. I'm glad Hermes saw the flowers. Thank you, Swan. It will help, I hope. Today will be difficult for him. Yeah, you gotta make your decision now. The prodigal familiar returns. Okay, Emmett, you know what? I'm gonna just freaking kick you right in the shin. Right through the robe. And after causing all manner of trouble, while we were in our meeting, I'm sure, I didn't do anything. Were you able to get some rest? Please do not hesitate to let us know if you're feeling tired. I worry we might exhaust your scarce reserves of aether. How do you feel about our new husband? Oh, you mean Himbo Deus? As named by Pimpy? Himbo Deus is freaking great. An all too brief interlude, perhaps, but it is time to attend to my next task. As Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus are aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of Ichthyones. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Doros has followed the correct protocols, and as chief overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. The Ichthyones would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hythlodaeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Ichthyones have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, then we have but to accompany you. Of course, let us be off then. We return to the main aisle. Da, 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 da. The Aether Currents? To the north. I think that is like beyond this island north. I think it's on this next part. So I think I gotta wait. Okay, that griffin just like is haunting that path. Da, da, da. Whoa. Oh, that's what... They're like fire Fenrir. They're gone already? What happened? Doros, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was I was able to stop 4, but the other 3 escaped. I see them. 2 of them have taken to the air above the 12 wonders. Well, they can fly too? So, do we have Hermes to thank for the fact that all of our mounts can fly? And the last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Swan handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to me. If this is how it must end, then so be it. I will render assistance to Emmett Selk, unneeded though it is. Median, you are to stay here with Doros. But Hermes... The Ichthyones must be reverted. I will spare you their pain, and mine. This is my burden, not yours. But if you are intent on helping, then please follow my lead. Oh, it's that shit's going down music. Oh, I don't know if I like that. There is an XP fate though. Ah, it's almost done already. Hold on. Can you make it to this fate? Maybe. It might just be one that like ends out of nowhere. Oh god. Wait for me! Oh, they're all dying now. Oh yeah, nope. Did not make it. I did one ability. I helped. Alright. Back to the bumping music. That shit's about to go down. Look at that freaking thing's flying. What are we doing, Hermes? I appreciate your help. And lament that this is necessary. There is our quarry, within striking distance at present. But if it feels threatened, it may well flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. You will approach slowly in full view and draw the Ikion's attention. Now I warn you, its abilities are as fiery as it is temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. But fear not. By my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Let us begin. Alright, here we go. Boy, I need my chocobo. Everybody, I have aggro of everyone's quest mobs. Okay, I did this. Now what? Stand in front of and keep its attention. Is there a spot I'm supposed to click on here? Wait, is it because I'm in combat?
Welcome back, Mom's Chosen.
Sparkles, thank you for the 6 months. Thank you, thank you. Is there somewhere I'm supposed... Oh, it's right here. I was like, where the heck am I supposed to stay? So hard to see. Oh. We got it. Oh.
どうか君の魂が安らかであらんこと。魂のよるべの海が深き冥界が穏やかであらんこと。 君たちのイデアは必ず残す。それがいつかまた形を得るだろう。星を良くしなくたっていいんだ。君の生きたいという願いが。その時こそどうか。恨んだまま許す必要はない。その証に苦しみはここへ置いていくといい。次に生まれる時にはきっと思うがまま大地と空を駆け回ってくれ。
ヘルメス、14人委員会に入れ。この場所はお前には向いていない。
自分がここを離れたって誰かが選別を続ければ同じことだ。教えてくれ。星を良くするという名分は今消えた吐息よりも重いのか。やり遂げた者が死ぬというなら、いつか星が最善に至った時にどうする。よくやったと満足して死に絶えるのか。わからないんだ。ファダニエルの座をつけば今その座にいる彼が星に帰るのを肯定することになる。それが正しいことなのかわからない。こんなことで悩んでしまう自分が人の代表として立っていいのかわからないって。
ヘルメス、怒らないで。責めるはダメ。とても苦しい。
すまない。まだ選べる余地が残っているなら少し頭を冷やして考えさせてほしい。ヒュトロダイウス、すまないが案内は君に任せた。
了解。好きにさせてもらうから心配ないよ。
君もここに来た目的が果たせることを願ってる。
私たちはひとまず12節の園に戻ろうか。この後どうするかそこで相談しよう。
そうだな。
Well, now I'm sad. Thanks, game. Oh, fate. Oh, I miss this fate by so much. Still worked out. Well, that cutscene, hurt my face. That was so sad. That was terrible. It's been quite an exciting visit for you thus far. Oh, you weren't injured, were you? Good, good. Another Lycaons? Oh, the other Lycaons have been taken care of. The incident is resolved, and life in Elpis continues as normal. Or ends, as the case may be. Wow, is it really time for your jokes? Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet never has a departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such torment? Uh-oh, my gloves are about to get ruined. Whoa, but those are neat. Okay. I do like the gloves. They don't match the outfit right now. But I do wonder if we dyed it this color red. Oh, it keeps, it's kind of like ashy color, so it doesn't really work. Dang, those gloves are dope though. Where to now? If there is anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist. Then allow me to remain your humble guide. And what of you, Zuan? Will you continue along with us? Yeah, I guess so. Wonderful. Our fellowship travels on, unbroken. I say we explore another part of Elpis and see what new encounters there are to be had. You have a level 87 character? If you'd follow me, we'll first head towards Anak. I have a level... Are we on level 87 quest? Oh. I didn't even realize we made it. Yeah, I think my paladin's 87. I didn't think it would let me continue these quests on my summoner, though. I would think they would make me swap to my paladin. I guess I never really thought about it. Or never really did it otherwise. You just can't complete it? Yeah, I won't be able to turn it in. Yeah. I thought I turned in a quest with Emmett, but I guess that was the 86 quest. So yeah, I'll continue this. So yeah, I'm probably going to be fake grinding with you. Or doing side quests or something. I'm not going to continue on my paladin. I might run... Maybe I'll run the dungeon again. I might run the 85 dungeon once. Didn't we part with Hermes not far from here? Given the size of Elpis, I didn't expect our paths would cross again before long. From here, we follow the path northwards to Notius? Notonis? I missed the name, so I guess I'll hear it again. There, we will find one of the teleporters, which facilitates travel between the islands of Elpis. First-time travelers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We only need to use the device together once, and henceforth you will have leave to use it freely. You gotta get both your white mage and your samurai to 87? Oh, fair. Yeah, I don't think my sage is leveled either. So, shall we? My sage is not even halfway through 86, so I'll probably run that dungeon quite a few times. I want the gear from there anyways, so I'm totally fine with that. Unless the need is pressing, I won't be tracking Hermes with my ethereal sight. 'Tis poor manners to spy on someone's comings and goings in such fashion, so don't ask. Social conventions notwithstanding, perceiving aether requires deliberate and intense concentration, and we otherwise keep our eyes on the corporal world. Here we are. Notonius. This teleporter will take us to Kalimenos, Ziphoros, the western island. That's it, right there, looming large over. Step this way and we can soon admire the view from above. Okay.
さて、ここが第2の区画、ゼピュロスの喝采だよ。この区画にはいくつかの保管、実験施設と観測拠点であるポイエテンオイコスがあったはずだ。
A giant corn on the cob.
ヘルメスの仕事ぶりを。おや？
Okay. It's a Spriggan.
オレイヤスじゃないか。かわいいね。
Okay.
おい、また何か来たぞ。
ああ、あれは新種のサメだね。先日イデアを。
I love how everything else has such a weird name, but then they're like, that's a shark. everything has this, like, they even like have like the species name of like butterflies and stuff like that, and then Hythlodeus is like, shark.
サメは海洋生物の中でも人気が高い。亜種を作ろうと挑む者が絶えなくてさ。最初はもちろん順当な考え方をされていたよ。大きさの違いだとか、異なる海域への適性を持つとかね。けれどそれに
They didn't give
挑戦者たちは空飛ぶサメを作り、賢いサメを
They didn't give me subtitles for this part. I'm assuming it's not relevant, and he's just talking about sharks. But is he talking about how lethal sharks are and stuff like that? Oh. Oh, that was neat. Oh, hello.
危なかった。怪我はありませんでしたか?
What are you doing here? And why did you just knife that shark down? Also, Kiki, thank you so much for the follow. And welcome.
あら、あなたたち。
ベーネス様、まさかこんなところで会えるなんて。
Bennett.
この前、過去に14人委員会に属した者はほとんどが退任とともに星に帰っていると言っただろう。
The T is silent. Oh. So Vinay. They say Vena in English, but here they say it with a T. I'm very confused. Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded like they said it with a T.
彼女はそのほとんどに含まれない稀有な例だ。かつて座にあり、それを譲った後もこうして活動している。
Oh. She's a retired convocation member who decided not to return. That's interesting.
ベーネス。前代のアゼムを務めた人物だよ。
She's the previous Azem. Ooh. Yeah, I know. It sounded like you said Venus. It sounded like you said Venice. Almost like Venice. Venice. Do we know who Azem is? The only thing that we know is we are pretty firmly believed to be a sundered fraction of Azem. And Azem is a seat in the convocation, but that's about all we know for the most part. We have Azem Soulstone, but I get what he's saying. It just sounds like a variety of different names.
.でもあなた、また眉間のシワが深くなったのではありませんか?「まだ若いのに、あまり顔をしかめてばかりではいけませんよ。」
あなたの後任が随分大変とても
There we go, smiling now.
あの子は元気?
相変わらずですよ。この前なんて噴火間近の火山に突撃したりして。お聞きになります？
So I'm assuming, so if Vinay was the previous Azem, then the Azem that's in the seat now is what I assume is the one that she recommended. So from the sounds of it, they know each other. So I'm assuming the one in the seat now is the one that she recommended. So interesting.
よければ後でぜひ。それからそちらのあなたは？もしや 今よりも先の時間。
Whoa!
つまりは未来から来たのではありませんか？
Haha, what a very funny joke. Ooh. Vinay, what a kid, what a pulling my leg.
あなたに私の紡いだ魔法がかけられているのを感じます。
Oh, okay, maybe not joking. Haha.
そんなことをした覚えはない。
I guess not that it matters.
となれば、かけたのは今より先の私ではないかと。
ちなみにどんな魔法なんですか？
旅人のための守りです。あらゆる状況でエーテルの変質を防ぎます。
I don't know if this sentence would literally make anything, like, make any sense. But I'm curious what their response would be.
万神が何を指すのかは分かりませんが、エーテルのバランスを乱して精神干渉をするような技は確かにその魔法で防げます。
So Vinay gave us our bubble.
心当たりがあるようですね。
だからといって未来から来たなどといくらなんでもありえない。
未来のことを、あなたのことを話してはいけない？
君が帰ってくるここはあくまで終末が起きたという歴史をたどった世界。過去で何をしたところで悲劇をなかったことにはできない。
I mean, yeah, we can literally mess up and share all that we want. It doesn't affect our present, right? So...
そう。あなたが戻る未来は変わらないけれど、私たちが別の歴史を歩む可能性があると。いいですね、それ。まだ誰も検証していない領域に挑むの。私は好きですよ。それに、どんな事実を知っていたとて、未来は訪れる瞬間までわからないものです。心配していただくことでもないかと。何より、わざわざここを訪れたのには相応の大事な理由があるのでしょ。よければ話してみてはもらえませんか？力になれることがあるかもしれません。
まったく。それが本当ならとんだ事情を隠していたものだ
Well,
な。
what do you want me to do? You didn't really like me to start with.
14人委員会としてしっかり聞かせてもらうぞ。お前が何者でどうしてここへ来たのかを。今度こそな。
ひとまず落ち着ける場所に移動しましょうか。
How am I supposed to tell him that I killed him? Oh, that's gonna be such an awkward conversation.
私はエルピスで働く古い知人からの依頼を受けて数日前からここに滞在しています。この先のポイエテンオイコスに館を借りているので、そこへ向かいましょう。大丈夫。この出会いはきっと間違いじゃないわ。そうでなければこんな分かりやすい目印をつけて過去の自分の近くに向かわせたりしません。わかりますよ。他でもなく私の考えですもの。
Stop being so cute. What the fuck? Wow. I'm assuming this is where my quest ends. Oh no, I can still turn in. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept engraved crystal and a quick-fingered Aureus or Aureus, which made off with it. You mean a Spriggan? And Aureus, you say, I think we might have seen the culprit before being distracted by the business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? That would, of course, lead us only to the Aureus. There's no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even that much would be enormously helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading to Poetin Oikos. Oikos. Got it. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. There are Minotaur just wandering around. That's cool. What the fuck is that thing? What the hell is that? That thing's outrageous. It's like a wild god. The heck? Are those just wandering around? Oh, they are just wandering around. There's tons of them. I want that as a mount. I want it as a mount. Gib. I want to ride in the spoon of its antlers. I don't know if you fight this exact model. Do you? It's definitely a lightning aspected jaguar looking thing, but I don't know if it's that exact model, is it? I could be wrong though. It was a while ago. There was a rare fate in Heavensward with that as a boss? Oh, really? The thing's crazy looking. To the north. Still to the north. Oh, interesting. That's cool to know. EO, did you want to queue for the 85 dungeon at all? Try to get some XP? One sec. Okay. Are you quite alright? Even for a mere familiar, you appear to be suffering from a most distressing dearth of aether. Do let me know if you require help. What? It's Eurekan. It's the elemental fairies. I am a taxonomist, an artist in the medium of names. You're the one who names everything. It is my job to adorn the flora and fauna of Aetheris, such as these creatures you see here, with names befitting of their natural beauty. I'm gonna kick you in the back of the knees. That's what I'm gonna do. Short digital, that's fine. Use your trust for the first time. You'll enjoy it. I'll probably level my trust later. I think the trust system's really cool. I don't get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Oh, this dungeon has a separate trust? I think we all think I'm at a dungeon that I don't have. Yeah, I think we're all talking about a dungeon I don't have yet. Yeah, I need to be level 87, I think, to continue. That's why I'm running the previous dungeon. I haven't seen you before. Did someone create you just recently? Sucks that you can dye and glam the Crippler gear, but you can't put it in the glam chest. Hi, Sinferno. What? You can't put Crippler gear in the glam chest? I'm carrying Crippler. Let me see. I guess I wouldn't be able to... Doesn't that little icon mean I can put it in the dresser? Doesn't the little dresser icon... Oh, I guess... Yeah, doesn't that mean I can put it in the dresser? Are you going a summoner or sage? I can go as either or, it doesn't matter.
You are now allowed to boop Mum's snoot. Once.
Hey! Lily Amaranth, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. You'll do White Mage first? Okay, let me get to the point where this quest stops. Where I get stopped and then we can queue for the dungeon. Oh, I never even found that Aether Kern I was looking for. Where is the Spriggan? Nope. It's the carbuncle. It's my marshmallow mount. Is it... Can I get up here? Okay. Am I supposed to... What is this? Travelers at the crossroads. Was I supposed to bring someone with me? Is that why? Let me go pick someone up. Or something. Or... Well, no, that's a teleportation thingy. Is that if I need to get back? I guess. Okay, back to looking for this break-in. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I can't now I can't turn it in. Okay. So yeah, I'll probably level my summoner just to get it to 87 and then I gotta work on my sage, but Digital, did you still want to tank for the 85 dungeon? Look at all the Copricors. Look at them. The happy little family. Sure? Okay. Digital. There you are. I always feel much better after taking a short respite to converse and debate with my associates. I consider it essential to exchange ideas with my colleagues regarding my observation work. Without such external stimulation, one has a tendency to lose the forest for the trees, so to speak. You want to come, Dag? Oh, if there's a DPS room, I would like to join. Slash roll in the chat. That's my solution for everything. It's good? Yeah, I was gonna say, you could do slash roll. Oh wait, I don't know if slash roll works anymore. You can try it. I actually want to know if slash roll works. Because I changed some bots recently. Or command roll, sorry, it's not slash roll. I'm a dummy. Oh, it still works. Oh, because it's Fossabot, that's fine. I rolled a 58. Oh, yeah, it's slash roll. I'm used to slash roll, but it's command roll. Why do these people look like the people... I don't know, Cubone. I don't know. Close to greatness. Okay. Oh, that was delayed. Woo! I just had like a response hiccup. That was weird. Oh. What? They were all looking at me. That holy was... This dungeon is so tragic. Yeah, this dungeon is rough. This whole zone was rough. Hi, Donwin. I have done nothing. Any response to Z for P? Hi, Steven. Yeah, it was a no-go. They said no thank you. I'm sorry, I hit stuff too soon. Summoners instacast everything. I brought it to you, though. Here you go. Take it. It's alright. There's always next time. I appreciate it, Swift. I'm just happy with what we have as a community, for real. Like, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of benefits to partner, but I'll wait. I'll be patient. Twitch can't hold me down forever. Hi, Matoko. Yeah, it'll happen. When it's destined to happen, it will happen. And we'll have a huge party. It'll be an even bigger party than the one I was planning. It'll be an omega party. Oh, that interrupts that combo? Okay, well, that's good to know. Get clapped. Oh yeah, turn it back down. Turn it down, Forrest. Don't spoil yourself for the sake of conversation. Oh, will this end my... Okay. I didn't use the slipstream. Damn. I guess I just continue with my rotation. Oh, even after the 2 Ifrit charges are gone, I can still use the... Okay, that's actually cool to know. Oh, shit. Cool. Ring of aiming, healing shoes. Do I have healing shoes? I do not, but probably EO doesn't either. Oh, I do have healing shoes. Never mind. Oh, this freaking dungeon. This whole zone like ruined me for a whole day. I still want to know how this all ties together, though. Oh, they're angry. I'm sorry. I'm a very mobile AoE. Sorry. Summoner has a lot of AoE and I am very mobile now. It's both a blessing and a curse. Why do people put duty completion and duty complete in the party finder? Surely duty complete means anyone looking for duty completion for their clear just can't join. Duty complete and duty completion are different. So duty complete, you need to have completed the instance, and then looking for duty completion just probably means that there's no... Sorry, I didn't stand in the fire bubble. I kind of was zoned out. Usually means they're not going for loot. Like they're literally just looking to complete the instance. It's like I would flag something as duty complete if the loot didn't matter as much. Sometimes people just put a reason for it just to have a reason on there. Yeah, well, they're just looking to get the duty done. They're not looking to, like, host a learning party. Like, they just want to, yeah, they just want to run the instance. Like, they're not looking to, like, host a learning party. Yeah, it's like if, yeah, they're not looking to like teach people or to sit there while people wipe or anything. It's just, they're like, I've already done it. I just want to run it. I just want to complete it and we're good. They don't want to like farm anything. Like the options on that drop down list are what? Completion, practice, and loot. So it's like, it's not so much like, am I trying to complete this for my first time? It's, I just want to get this fight done, you know? Yeah, that is possible as well. Ow. These birds do not like me. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying disastering. I think, well, duty complete does prevent people from that haven't completed the instance from joining. It's duty completion that decides like what is your objective of doing, like putting the party finder together. I'm pretty sure it does prevent people from joining, unless I'm wrong. Oh, got it, got it. You mean like nobody in the party. Got it. It's kind of like, I guess it would be like, you're kind of at risk of like tarnishing your community your reputation at that point. Like if you're notorious for putting up party finder groups and just like doing shit like that, people are gonna end up blacklisting you. If I join like a... Oh shit, I was not paying attention again. I'm sorry. If I join like a party where someone... I got you. Is there a reason that matters whether they've completed or not? It's like, imagine you join... This is like if someone were to set up like a heroic farm group and you come in trying to learn the fights. Like, this is like people who set up like farm groups for things and someone joins trying to learn. And it's like, this is not really what it was made to do. Yeah, no, it's the other way around. Yeah. I have Swift. Hold on. Yeah, I leveled up. Ooh, orchestration. Wait, is this the song? Is this the dungeon music? Ooh, I rolled a 60. What's up, honey? Were you like hovering around me for a reason? Oh. Is this a new place? Oh no, it's Pokeworks. Oh, can you just reorder what?
It doesn't have reorder.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh.
There's a 2-item.
Here, I'll do it. I'll do it. I think I saw this one already. Pass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just got rid of it. It was leaking. Why? Was there an accident in it? Oh, Lisa wanted to borrow it. Oh yeah, sorry. It was, we trashed it. Yeah, we got rid of it. Darn, I should have asked Lisa if they wanted it. But I mean, to be fair, it was leaking. It still did the job, but it leaked. Yeah. Okay. I am gonna go in here. Decided to spend leftover tomestones before I forget. Like I forgot my coins. Oh, I didn't look at your Reaper Climb. I'm sorry. I missed it.